Most guys have no idea what type of physique women actually want, what they inherently crave and desire. You go to the gym for years with the intention of building a more attractive, more respected physique, so you have more dating opportunities, yet you don't even know the type of physique to build. And the truth is, the reason why so many men are confused is because they listen to what women say. You guys should know this by now. They will tell you things that you want to hear, not the truth. They will tell you when you're 15, 20, 30% body fat that they like the way you are, that you're more cuddly. Oh, it feels nicer because you're soft. They're lying to you, and they don't even know it. Don't blame them. Blame yourself for not recognizing what they actually crave. And it's not the shredded bodybuilder with tons of muscle mass. It is not the biggest guy in the room who's fluffy and just monstrous. And it's definitely not the hypertrophy at all cost science-based geek. Women respond to a specific body ratio, specific symmetry and proportions, a specific aura, and a specific signal that you give off into every single womb you walk into. Most guys do not build this, not because they don't train hard, not because they don't go to the gym, but because they haven't even defined what they're trying to achieve. They don't know the specific goal, and that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Most men chase what other men admire. They go for the male gaze. They want to be as strong as possible, the biggest guy in the room, the biggest lifts. But this is not what women respond to. You have your goals completely mixed up. Women respond to lean, capable, driven, directed, disciplined, aesthetic, healthy, symmetrical, and proportional. You shouldn't be trying to impress other gym bros. You should be trying to build a physique that creates presence and magnetism in the real world that you can actually leverage to build a better life for yourself and have a better quality of life on a daily basis. You guys know what it's like when you are bulking. You're above 15% body fat, and you don't even like the way you look. You don't want to take your shirt off. You want to wear hoodies to the gym all the time. And you tell yourself this is what you have to do to build muscle. That's not true. All you're doing is destroying your ego. All you're doing is destroying your self-belief, telling yourself that you should be insecure. You don't even like yourself. So how is a woman going to be attracted to you if you don't even have the self-belief or a good self-identity? Here's the truth. Women are not going to be impressed by how much you squat, how much you bench, how much you deadlift. They do not want you looking like an awkward walking fridge. And this is why when you build a lean aesthetic physique, wide shoulders, tight waist, low body fat, 10 to 12% year round. You need to also be capable. You need to be able to move your body correctly through space and time. So you need to make sure you become athletic. Some of you grew up playing sports, so this is going to be easy. You've already played sports. You know actually how to move your body. You don't look weird or awkward. But one of the best things you can start adding on top of the aesthetic physique is athleticism. Do some hill sprints. Do some things that create body coordination. This will make your physique look 10 times better because you can have the best physique in the world, but if you have weird posture, you don't know how to walk properly, you walk with your lats flared, your physique no longer looks impressive because it no longer looks effortless. It looks like something that you are trying to make look better than it is. 99% of women would prefer you to have a better proportion, a better shoulder to waist ratio, be lower body fat percentage, regardless of how much muscle you have, rather than you having 30 pounds of extra mass, but 20 pounds of extra fat on top of it. And that's just the cold hard truth. That's just the way it is. Low body fat signals vitality. But the most important thing about this body fat percentage is you will like the way you look, and that's what changes the most. It's your energy and your presence when you walk in a room. You don't walk into a room meek, shy, unconfident. You walk in there like chest up, chin high, knowing that you are that man, and you want your brain to tell you that every single day. And the truth is, the journey to getting lean and building this physique creates that already. It reaffirms it every day because you have to tick off certain things that you don't want to do. You have to go do your 10,000 steps. You have to do cardio. You have to keep your diet clean. You have more mental clarity. You're not constantly digesting food trying to get as big as possible. You will operate on a daily basis. You will think better, and this will change your presence and aura. And that is the biggest advantage. And that's why having a lean physique gives you the physique advantage. Every single man looks better at 10 to 12% body fat. I do not care who you are, what your genetics are. Your face will get leaner. You will drop the water retention and the bloat. Your face will stop looking like a circle, and you'll actually see your bone structure. And as a man, your facial attractiveness doesn't matter that much, regardless of what your genetics are, but you will look 10 times better if you are lean. It's literally as simple as that. If you want to build an aesthetic physique that changes your presence, changes the way you view yourself, and you actually start having confidence when you walk in a room, and you want to do this in 6 months to a year, follow me on Instagram at Brasai, DM me the word elite. We'll talk about how we can make that possible. I've done this for hundreds of guys. I did it for myself, and I can make sure it is inevitable that you reach this type of physique within a year. You don't realize how handsome you are. No homo, but you will be 10 times more handsome if you lose that facial fat. Your veins start popping. You start actually seeing what your body is supposed to look like. Humans are not evolutionary meant to be as fat as 15, 18, 20% body fat. When you are 15% body fat to 20%, women see you as the cute guy. Oh, he's cute. He's harmless. When you're 25 plus, they just see you as the funny fat guy. But when you're a lean, they see you as a man that can actually lead them. They see you as a leader because that's the energy you give off. How can you be a leader if you can't lead yourself? You can't even control what you put in your body. You can't even stay consistent enough with the fun part, which is going to the gym for an hour a day. That's the enjoyable part of this journey, and you can't even do that right. They can see it in your eyes if you live with intention, if you do the things you say you are going to do, if you become the best version of yourself, and if you are evolving. And if you're not, they will look at you as a stepping stone or a safe option. That is the cold, hard truth. You have to have a direction you are aiming towards all the time, and you have to be constantly improving. That is your masculine essence. And the best part about this is you don't even do it for women. In the beginning, you do. But once you start feeling that progression, you start seeing yourself evolve and become a better version of yourself, that's all you're going to want. And they're just a cherry on top. They are just an addition. And once you start looking at it like that, and you start realizing they are an addition to your life, you start getting more of them. You start able to handle relationships better. You're no longer in the relationship always trying to chase and keep her around, because that's going to push her away. So what are the things they're actually looking for in this physique? Like, what can I give you that you can actively go try build? Number one, shoulder to waist ratio. That means being low body fat percentage, so you don't have a lot of fat around your lower back, your hips, and your obliques. Get to 10 to 12% body fat. Build up your lats, your upper lats, doing wide grip pull-ups. That is going to give you that V taper from the front. Build big 3D delts. I'm talking heavy lateral raises. Build those rear delts. That's what's going to give you that cap delt, wide lats to small waist silhouette. This is the most masculine thing you can build. Every single t-shirt you put on, regardless of how much it costs, will start looking good. It doesn't even matter if it's baggy, you will look jacked. Second one is defined abs. I'm not saying you need to be bone pill shredded, influencer lean, veins running up your stomach. You just need to have definition. You just need to have no excess body fat. And that is not that hard to accomplish. The first time you do it will be difficult, but after you do it, you'll be able to maintain it easily. But you just need clear separation between your abs, and you want the skin there to be fairly thin. You don't want to be able to pinch too much. You don't want anything that jiggles. And lastly, you want a thick upper chest and upper back. This is what really makes your t-shirts, your clothes, and your physique pop and stand out. This is how you look like you have a lot of androgen receptors. This is how you start looking not natty. You get that thick upper chest, you get that thick mountainous upper back, your shirts start fitting completely differently. This is what the superhero physique visually looks like. However, there's one important piece we are missing. And I've noticed every single time I get super, super lean and I build my best physique when my physique is at peak, because guys, I go through valleys and peaks just like everyone. I always have a high baseline, 10% body fat, looking good year round. But when I truly peak my physique, I'm always doing some type of athletic training, hill sprints, boxing, skipping rope. Coordination is key. You will move through the world. You will walk better. You will walk with better posture. You will have more confidence just in your body's ability to move. Athleticism is such an underrated trait to trying to improve on if you're trying to build an aesthetic physique. I'm going to give you guys an example. Look at these science-based lifters, right? They do super slow and controlled reps. I mean, it doesn't even look like they want to be there. There's no intensity. There's no grit. There's no oomph in their set. Now look at a sprinter's physique. Shredded. All fast twitch muscle fibers. Extremely coordinated. The fastest people on the planet. Look at the difference in their physiques compared to the science-based lifter who lifts slow and controlled. Leave 1 to 2 reps in reserve. One of them looks soft even when they're shredded. The other one looks absolutely diced explosive. Their muscles look hard and grainy. That is from explosive training. You need to not only do athletic movements, sprinting, some type of cardio, skipping rope, boxing, but you also need to train with more intensity. And by intensity, I don't mean how hard you're pushing the set. I mean how explosive you become. You want to have these muscles and be able to be capable. You don't want to be a slow twitch muscle fiber guy walking around all slow and controlled. You want to be able to explode at any second, become an absolute weapon. And this isn't some talk about, oh, functional fitness, you need to have a functional physique. This is just facts, fellas. If you're not athletic and you have this aesthetic physique, there's such a mismatch between what you've built and your body's coordination. Put those together and you become an absolute weapon, and you become almost good at anything. If you're athletic and you have good coordination and you have a good physique, who is going to stop you? You can literally do anything. You have the consistency and the discipline to stick to something for a long time, doing the same thing over and over again until you succeed, but you also have the physical coordination and physical capabilities to literally be good at almost any sport. That's what every single one of you should be aiming for if you want your physique to be leveraged. You build this physique, you build this type of coordination and athleticism, you carry yourself differently, you walk in rooms differently, you hold eye contact more, you speak your opinion, you speak with conviction. You're not afraid to go into any room, any environment. And this confidence and this internal self-belief completely changes the way women perceive you. Instantly, they will notice the shift and they will be more attracted to you, because that's half of what attraction is. Guys, it's not always about looks maxing and how sharp your jawline is. It's about your internal energy, but getting lean is a key component to that. And women feel this before they even process it. They don't even know they're attracted to it. They want a dominant leader. And this is what I tell you guys earlier. Women don't know what they want. And this isn't to slag off women, but I'm just telling you, they are emotional creatures. That type of energy is what they're instantly attracted to. And it all comes from the way you view yourself, and getting lean is the easiest way to do that.